live at 2 minutes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance. My name is Box of Demons, and today we're in the wonderful world. Well, you've already mentioned that of Kingdom Come Deliverance, and today I'm going to be playing probably some of the campaign, although I'm not quite sure. We could be doing anything, as at the minute, if I just turn this off, at the minute I'm just absolutely enjoying the entire title. Doesn't matter whether I'm doing the side quests, doesn't matter what I'm doing in this game. I absolutely love it, and I've got one viewer watching me, so welcome, sir. Welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm actually in the monastery here at Rattay, just having a look around. And I've had a lot of problems, as you may know, with streaming, trying to get used to it all. So please do let me know whether the sound is working, whether you can actually hear me there on the interwebs, whether you can hear me, because I've had nothing but trouble with this bloody streaming like. It's so much easier just to actually do normal videos. But anyway, that's where we are. We're in the monastery here. So saith the bones, so saith you must follow me and share thy video to thy congregation and thy sheep. For this game is a masterpiece, so let it be said, so let it be done. Bring forth your wenches and your beer, and we shall proceed. And as you may notice, we can actually, that's what I look like right now, as you can see. That's the clothing that I've got on. Can you guys hear me? Somebody just type in the box whether you can actually hear me out there on the internet. I'm hoping you can hear me because I have nothing but problems. So there we go. That's what we look like currently. And I'm going to bring that camera back down. Just type in the text box whether you can hear me, lads. And we shall continue. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Yes? Love your channel, buddy. Thanks, Von. Von Dom Gaming. Thanks, buddy. Von, while you're actually here, can you let me know whether you can hear the audio? If everything, all the levels are alright and everything okay. But just look at how beautiful this game is. In fact, I'll wait for Von to give me... can hear you fine or even fine. Thanks, Von. Thanks, buddy. Now, as you may know from this title, it isn't this church. I think it's the one that's up near the... Is it the monastery? It could be. There are a lot of the faces that you're actually going to see here on the actual building are of the backers, or the people that went full out and put down some big money. The people who got the sword in the collector's edition and everything else. It's not this church here. But a little bit of interest here. If you haven't seen me on Twitter, or you haven't seen my post on Twitter, you may notice this picture here. Only just bought this game. Hey up, Dave. Oh, it's good to have the Lewis with me. Call me Doomy. All right, Doomy. And the old Lewis. Good to have you here, buddy. Ha 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 ha. Go with thy brother. Be possessed. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway. Now you may notice this picture on screen right now here in the monastery. That is Adam and Eve. And if you're new to the game, who do you think they have made the snake? Any ideas who you think that is? Just leave it. Well, if you're not sure, that's actually King Wenceslas. Wenceslas useless. And there is my dog waiting for me. Hey up, lad. In fact, I haven't fed him for a while. So what we'll do is, if you don't feed him, then he will actually
I've got for you.
Bugger off.
You'll love this.
Actually, we might not have any food. I'll have to see what I've got in the larder. Give him some bacon. There we go. There you go, lad. Good boy. Good boy. And if you weren't aware, if you're quite new to this, I don't want to give you any spoilers, Dom. Domini Domini. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but if you got the woman's DLC, then you get your own dog. And this is my dog here. And what we can actually do is, if I talk to him again, you'll see here that we can give him food, we can praise him, which you need to do once a day to keep his obedience. You can go hunting game such as boar, rabbits and deer. You can get him to stay, and there are also some other commands in here, such as heal, free. He will run off of his own accord and come back when you need him. And go back to the mill. He will go back to the mill at Teresa's and he will stay there because occasionally it can get a little bit annoying when he's under your feet all the time. So let's just come back in here and let's just
Good
give him some
fella.
praise.
That's my boy.
There we go, and that'll do. That'll do for the dog. Absolutely beautiful. So, Dommy, yes, the game has got a steep learning curve, lad. It has got a steep learning curve. And I found that it took me around 15 hours in order to be able to get to grasp a better understanding, such as when you come into your inventory, when you come up to your armor here, it doesn't tell you in the tutorial, but as you can see, this little cross here means that's the item you're wearing. Up at the top, you have equipped, you have the quantity, the defense amount of that object, the condition of it, such as these riding boots here now. They've got a quality of 36, so I won't be able to repair those now with a, not a toolkit, I've forgotten the name of it. You can basically get a kit in order to be able to repair some of this stuff yourself, but that's knackered. So I'm going to either have to go to the tailor or get rid of it or something like that. Other items, such as this thing here, you can see the blood stain, either means it's dirty with blood, or if it's got a red handprint. Have I got anything here? Red handprint means it's a stolen item. So you don't want to be using that item or going into any of the towns or the cities within the vicinity of where you stole it from, because if the guards get hold of it, yeah, they're going to go to jail or you're going to have to pay a fine. So that's what that means. But that means it's covered in blood. And the more dirty your clothes are, the less likely the local tradespeople and tradesmen will want to give you a decent price, and some of them won't even want to talk to you at all. Evening, guard. Now, for example, as you can see, this horse over here, this is a horse that I stole. I nicked it out of a stable. And the thing is now that I've got some items in these saddlebags here, as you can see, mountain steel or inspect. But I've got to be careful, because any of the Ratte guards now see me touching this horse. They know that's not my horse. And you're likely to go to jail. And the longest I've spent in jail in this game so far has been 9 days. And I'm not going to spoil it for old Dommy here, who is learning the game. Let's just say certain crimes deserve a severe punishment. That's all we shall say. What I'm going to do while I'm actually here is I'm just going to go up to the archery range, because even though I am about 46 hours in now, if we come here and have a look at my actual skills, which is under player at the top, and then where is it? Is it skills? Where are we? Combat. If you look at the bow, even after 45 odd hours, I'm only at level 4, and some of the bows, such as the war bow, I think it needs it level 18, so I've got a long way to go, and I simply don't have the strength in order to be able to use a bigger bow, basically. In fact, have I got another bow on me? Sidekick. Have we got another? Like the U bow here, so we can press Q. So you can see down here at the bottom, the minimum strength in order to be able to use this U bow is 15. And my strength is currently at 8. So that means that I physically, as a blacksmith's son, wouldn't have the strength in order to be able to pull that bow back to its full extent. So as you get to the long bows and the war bows, you've got to build the strength up, because back in olden days, especially in Britain when it was around 14th, 15th century, around the War of the Roses, there was a law that most people would have to train archery on a weekend, and people were taught archery from a young age, which is why the English bowman was one of the most feared infantry units in the world at that time. Unless you're getting a history lesson as well. We've lost a viewer. Must have bored him to death. Let's head up here to the archery range. We'll enter a competition. You'll see just how bad I am at this, even after 46 odd hours. It's up here on the left. We'll go in. We'll do a little bit of archery here. Whoa there, Neddy! God damn, I love this game. And if you're wondering about that ability for me to be able to look into third person, I've actually got a cheat or a mod that you may have seen on some of my cinematic videos, which means I can actually look at my own character and I can zoom out like this in order to be able to get you some cool cinematics. As you can see, you can't really control it properly in third person, but it does give you the nice opportunity to be able to have a look. And all the animations are in there as well in the third person view. They didn't scrimp out and cheat on anything, but yeah, very nice. And you can right click your mouse to draw the string back. So let's get into first person, bring that down, and let's put the bow away. Caps lock for slow walk, just for the immersion, man. And we'll talk to this guy and we'll have a little go at the archery.
God be with you.
Incidentally, thanks, Doomy. Hey, Cranny, how you doing, lad? Incidentally, if any of you've got any questions
Is there
about
someone here who compete with me in
Kingdom Come
archery?
Deliverance,
Of
let
course.
me know, and
What do you think
I'll
this
try and
range
answer
is
you
for?
as
How good
much
are
to
you
my
with a
knowledge.
bow? So I can find you a suitable opponent.
Well, do you know what? Look at it, Master. You've got absolutely no chance. So we'll go for beginners, 7 arrows.
I'm a beginner.
Doesn't matter. At least you'll get a bit of practice. Beginners shoot 7 arrows a round. Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. But you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition. Farewell.
Right. So there is actually, the faster I do this, you
You
get
may
extra
begin.
arrow. But anyway, here we go. You're going to see how bad I am at this now. I've even got my bow out. Here we go. Come on, get your bow out. Oh, that wasn't too bad. You can see the scores down at the bottom. Shite talk. Now you may be thinking, if you're quite new to this looks ridiculously hard, and it is, but it does get easier the more you go in. Believe you me, I am shaking less now than I was when I first started to do the archery. Judging distance is really, really difficult, and of course we have different arrows. The long distance arrow, the wounding arrow, which is designed specifically for going through plate armor, and chainmail.
End of game. Henry is the victor.
Jesus, I actually won, I don't believe it. Cheers, lads. Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Cheers. Let me money now, please. Oh. Looks like, let's just see what he's got for sale in here. So, a tip for you as well, if you're quite new to the game as well, is that you want to keep that Q key on whenever you're not quite sure, as you can see in here. Skill book on agility. Now, I'm not actually quite sure whether my skill on reading is even up to level 5, but as you can see, I've got 3 grand up at the top, so any chance to buy that book, we shall buy it. So we've got an ash bow here, and actually, it will fell a £200 stag with an ash bow. Agility, yeah, so agility and strength, we could actually have that, but have I not already got the ash bow? Let me come back out of there. Have I not already got the ash bow? What have we got? Right, looks like we can afford the ash bow. Nice one, we'll get a little upgrade here then. Brilliant. Let's trade. I'll have that, please. So we'll add that to the basket. And as I was saying about this, different hunting arrows. Quality arrow. You can see down at the bottom, the stab damage on a quality arrow versus an ordinary arrow is quite drastic. There's quite a big difference there. Actually, no, we went for the right one. Quality arrow, hunting arrows. Better hunting arrows. Do you know what? We'll have some of them as well. We'll have them, and we'll have that book as well. So we'll check the basket and we'll do a little bit of haggling. Haggle
I'd
with
like
the
to
lad.
discuss the price.
All right, so.
Right, lad, I want you to do me a good offer. It's 465 groschen, right? I've just won the competition, so you know I'm a big dick round here when it comes to archery. So I'll tell you what. You want 465. Let's call it 445. All day long.
Aye. For that amount, I can be persuaded.
Good lad. Wise decision there. So what we can do now is we can actually swap our bow for the better one, which sugar, which one was it? Was it the ash bow? I've forgotten which bloody one it was now. Yes, it must have been that one. There we go, and the villager's hazel bow. We'll just sell it straight back to him. I should have done that anyway. Let's trade, mate. I want to sell you my... Hey, why is it not there? He probably don't want it. It's probably a right bag of shite. That's why he don't want it. Right, well, that's fine. That's fine. So we've got our new bow now. And we are over encumbered. So what I'm going to do is, you see down the weight down at the bottom there. Basically, if I'm telling you things that you already know, Cranny or Vom or whoever else is watching, if I'm telling you to suck eggs, then do let me know. But it's with a few of you saying that you'd never played the game before. So it's only worth 100, and because we're over encumbered down at the bottom here, I'm just going to drop it. And it looks like we're still over encumbered. What can we get rid of? You know what? If in doubt, and you're over encumbered down at the bottom, that's what that symbol means. We shall just dump some shite on the horse. So let's come back up to our weapons, and what can we put? We'll come up to the weight up here. That weighs 2. We could put, yeah, we'll put those on the horse. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're up and running. So if we have a look at our new bow now, you can see, much nicer. It's even got like a hand grip by the looks of it. Very, very cool. And it's telling us that we haven't got any arrows, so we'll keep the piercing arrow for now, just in case we come under combat. There we go. Very nice. And as you can see as well, as my skills increase here with the actual bow, you will see that we actually pull the string further back. All the way up, as you can see there. Much further back. That's very nice. And we've also got, as you can see, oops, down here, we've also got the battle mace. And the reason that I've got the battle mace is because this game has really got me into history again. I've been really looking at the War of the Roses in England, if you're not from the UK, and King Henry VI's bodyguard at the Battle of Taunton, Agincourt. His favourite weapon was the battle mace, and the reason was that he liked to cave skulls in with it and smash people's faces in. And I just thought, in his honour, because he died protecting Henry VI on the battlefield at Agincourt, in his honour, I would use one as well. I think that's Lord Capon's horse. What that's doing here, not quite sure. But anyway, so let's have a look at our journal, and let's have a look. Get the book, the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon, wasn't that in The Evil Dead? Does anyone remember? Love the detail in the game. It's so well done. Hey, Catman. Nice to have you here, buddy. Nice to have a disciple here to follow this game and this title. The Necronomicon. I'm sure that was the book in Evil Dead where he put his hand in and he bit it. But anyway. What else have we got in here? Help with healing the sick in the monastery. I should get supplies from the custodian for the sick. Do you know what? We'll do that one. We'll do that mission and we'll take that one off. And let's just have a look at where we have to be. And I will be fast traveling because you guys are not going to want to watch me sat here. We're going to go back up to Sasau, the monastery, which is just beautiful. Of course, you've all watched my role-playing videos. Cheesy, I know. I know. But hey-ho, if you enjoy a title and you enjoy a game, why not? So, anybody out there got any questions? Hi, Catman. Love your videos, buddy. Well, looks like I'm going to have to be checking out Catman. We are going to avoid... Oh, shite! This is where we die, lads. Right. We have an obstacle here, and luckily for me, I have got a mod in that allows me to save at any time. And for those of you who haven't watched my live streams before, I will show you another mod that is absolutely fantastic for this game. So I'm going to risk it all. And this is where we die. You watch. Why is somebody blocked that road? the enemy are going to be in one of these bushes here. I'll probably get one shot off with the bow. Oh, I should have brought the dog with me. Shit, hell. They're going to be behind there, aren't they? Oh, oh, was that somebody there? It fucking is. Right, arrow time.
This won't take long.
Oh shit, here we go. Come on, mate. Fucking smash your head in. Come on. Oh, he's got a bow and arrow. Hide behind the tree. I'm going to rush him. Fucking have it. Fucking have that, bastard. Oh, shit. Should have got my shield out. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, knackers. No. Fucking have that.
Bollocks!
Exactly. Bollocks.
I'll chop.
I blocked that as well. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. Oh,
Cry now.
no. Cave your head in. Not see that coming, did you? Shitting hell, this is not good. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking get him, go on. Kick him! Kick him!
Ooh there. That hurt.
Oh, you sarcastic bastard.
Ow.
Oh, this is not going well. I've hurt my hand. Fucking have it. Oh, nice block by me if I don't say so myself. Get back or I'll shoot you. Go on, shoot him.
You'll get one.
Oh, I missed. In the face. Oh, see that? See that? I got him in the neck. Oh, I got him in the neck. Right, well, let's just put this on value. Oh, shiny shite! Where did you come from? Fucking hell, I'll get back on the horse. Bollocks to this. Bollocks to this, lads. I've lost my horse. Oh, no! Fucking run!
I'll slaughter you.
You fucking won't, mate. I'm off. I'm fucking off. Run! Run like the wind!
Yeah.
Run! Right, you want some oil, do you? Oh no, he's a peasant. Right, come on, do you know what? Let's do it, do it, do it.
I see him. There.
Oh, shit! Oh no! Just rub me off! Fuck off, fuck off! Shitting hell! No! Fucking ride! Fucking hell! Come on, horse, run! Oh, we're not going to make it, lads. We are not going to make it. Ah! And that just shows you how... fucking hell. Oh, don't swear. YouTube will make sure you stay at the bottom and don't get listed. Fucking YouTube wankers. That just shows you how much combat you need to practice. I'm just going to go straight through it. You'll have to catch me first, knobhead. We're just going to ride straight through and ignore that mofo. Yeah, run him over. Falling for that trick, mate. Let's get ourselves out of there. That was absolutely terrible. Oh, fucking hell. Funny. Blocking and attacking. Do you know what? As much as I love this game, I've got to be honest with you guys. I find the combat not the easiest of things, to be honest. Let's just have a look at me. Look at me. Look like a boss. Basically, all I've done as well to the horse is Pickles is I've put on some long distance shoes because you can upgrade the horse as well. A lot of people don't seem to realise you can get new saddles You can train the horse. The horse gets experience like everything else in the game, so that the horse won't freak out and throw you off at the first sign of combat. It may have been better for me there to actually get the shield out as well, thinking about it. I've got the shield on the horse, but as you can see, we're heading down into Sasau. There's the monastery. Sorry, there's the quarry, as you can see down there. And well, let me just have a look at some of your comments here. Let's have a look. How many hours have you dedicated to get this far, Demon? I have spent around 45 hours, but I've mainly been doing side missions just because they're so enjoyable. And out of those 45 hours or so, there hasn't been one fetch quest, or certainly not a fetch quest in the sense of, I need this, go there and bring it back. There hasn't been any of that. They've all been integral into the story and just really fit well. I think the writing in this game has been really, really good. Can you make a dummies guide for starters? Your early videos gloss over areas I'm struggling with. I think Von Doom. I think Doom's talking to Catman, which I will. Catman, I will be checking your videos out after this, buddy. Blocking and attacking. Don't get the fighting aspects of it. How you shouldn't have messed with the peasant. Well, exactly. If I'd left that peasant alone, I probably would have survived a little bit longer. But can we just take a minute here to just look at it? And it's one of the reasons why... Oh, I'm getting sleepy. One of the reasons why I bought this. The Kingdom Come art book is just brilliant. It's full of illustrations, and if I can get the camera in focus, it's full of illustrations, diagrams, and it's just a really, really good book. So I may do a review on that, a complete video on it, and we'll go through some of it. But yeah, it's really, really enjoyable. Right, so let's get ourselves back up to the monastery, and we shall do it. Isn't it just brilliant? From looking at the actual book, you all know the one of the main developers. You know, the big guy with the top knot and the grizzly beard. He actually says in the book that one of the very first things that he ever did in this title, once they've started to actually build the world, he redid the horse. So it's the horse, you've got to thank him for the animation on the horse. He wasn't happy with the way it was before. It was very, very wooden. And I know from looking at some of the developer notes that they're hoping to improve on their next title, which they haven't announced. They're hoping to improve on so many things, including the animation, and a lot of things that they want to go even further into the immersion to make it more enjoyable for us. So I can't wait for that. I think it will be fantastic. Or me to make a dummies guide. I don't know if I know basically enough, as you saw from that combat situation there where I died miserably, whether I am the right person to be doing it, but possibly. I may possibly do one, just to explain some of the things that I've had to learn over those 45 hours, just to help new players that are coming in. I'll stop talking so much, and we shall get into the village before we fall asleep here, as you can see that we need some sleep. Let's just fast travel up there, get there a little quicker, and we're going to have to get some sleep as well. Into the monastery. As you can see, we're definitely going to be falling asleep. And before I actually finish the stream, we've been streaming for half an hour, before I finish the stream today, I shall show you one of the best mods that I've got in this game. One that I just really, really enjoy. Beautiful. Oh yeah, definitely need to sleep. I haven't actually been in the monastery as yet, but I don't need to put the menu on to know that I'm going to need to eat. Yes, and as you can see, another thing that I'll explain to you now as well. Box, I am a graphics whore to what game apart from Cyberpunk are you looking forward to this year? What other game? I'll be honest with you. Apart from going through and playing Witcher 3 again as a graphics saw, because I invested in an ultra-wide 21:9 monitor, slightly curved, so you may notice that on the stream it may look a little bit squished. It's purely because I couldn't work out how to get a better aspect ratio from what I'm actually doing at the minute. Can I just sleep in here while I'm talking? Yes, we can sleep in here. That white bar, incidentally, while I'm teaching you a few things, the white bar at the bottom means your injuries. So we'll sleep until morning. Yeah, I started playing Witcher 3 again, and I remembered that I had Kingdom Come Deliverance in my Steam library. And for some reason, I couldn't get into it initially when it first came out. The very first day it was released, it was a little bit buggy, and I put it aside. And it's one of those games where I just forgot about it. And it wasn't until, about a month ago when I reinstalled it again, I thought, you know what, this game's absolutely fantastic. I love history. I love the authentic and the hardcore aspect of it. So really, I honestly can't think of any other game that's coming out, barring Cyberpunk, that
Quiet!
I really want. There was a couple of people on my channel who PM'd me and said 45 hours in, they'd got 1,500 hours in this game. 1,500 hours! Because they were doing other things like, doing the stealth skills and building up and things like that. And while we're here, before I actually do this, because I don't want to do too many spoilers for you guys, I'm wondering, Sir Demon, great content, keep up the great work. Thank you, GW. Good to have you here, buddy. I don't need to tell you that I'm enjoying the game, you already know. But I wondered how many of you who are actually here now watching have actually done any alchemy. Because like everything else in this game, I've only recently found it, and I was like, are you joking? This is epic. If we come up to the alchemy table here, hey up, John. This is the alchemy table here. And
Can't. I just can't.
just be quiet while I'm talking to my subs, all right, brother? Yeah. Like in most of the games when you do alchemy, it might be a couple of potions that you just mix together in your inventory. Well, in Kingdom Come Deliverance, 460. Right, well, GW, I'm probably going to be making many mistakes in this video and talking about things that are probably incorrect and wrong. So if I do make mistakes, please forgive me. Forgive me and correct them in the chat if I make anything wrong. But as I was saying, one of the things, let me just get my, where am I? I'm all in a tizzy. There we go, there's my character. There you go. One of the things that I really love is that in most games when you're doing alchemy, you just mix them together. In this game, you actually have to do the alchemy. So if we come up to this book here, up to the book, and we go, if I can remember where it is, read, because I have actually got basic reading skills now. So for example, if you wanted to do save your schnapps, I don't think
I just can't.
Brother, be quiet, please. In here, let's just say you pick one, and you can also look at the herbs as well, because I've learnt to read some of the herbs, and these are some of the herbs that I've found, and you can find these out in the wilderness. But if we go back to the recipes, let's just, probably won't have enough for this, but if we go to prepare, you actually have to put the herbs. Is it going to allow me to do it? I don't think I've got, I can't show you. But you basically light the cauldron, you have to put the still in, you put the oil or the wine or these spirits in, and then over here you turn the sandglass, because you may have to do it for a certain amount of time, and then you heat it and boil it, and then you put it in the dish with a pestle and mortar. This game, once you scratch the surface and you're completely lost with the game and you don't know what you're doing, it's almost like the game then applies, hey up, Joanne, it applies another set of really cool, interesting things that you have to learn. And that's what I'm finding. This game is still surprising me. It's still surprising me after all this time. Boss is giving you a bad eye. You working at this time?
Quiet!
Hey, you shut it, you. I'm talking to my subs. Right, where's Johanka? Where's Hamshanka? Let's just go talk to her, because we haven't actually done any missions while we're here. Oh, she's left. Where is she? Where is she? She's buggered off. Let's just have a look at the journal here and see what we're supposed to be doing here. Help with the monastery, get healing herbs for Semek, try to get supplies from the custodian. Right, the custodian is this way. let's turn that off. That's the other mod that I've actually got in there. I've actually got a hoodless mod. So I've been streaming for nearly 36 minutes. I will do another 5 minutes. There we go. We've only got one person viewing now. You've bored them all to death. Right, custodian should be here. This is the custodian's house anyway. Oh, he's there. Talk about perfect timing. Excuse me, sir. Sir? Is that not the custodian? Oh, that's the scribe. I wonder if the guard's going to let me in.
God be with you.
I'll be with you, my brother.
Whose house is this?
It's our local custodians. The most esteemed Sir Sebastian, Baron von Berg.
What is the custodian?
What does the custodian do anyway?
Well, he's meant to look after the local community and keep the peace.
But
In fact, he seems more interested in robbing everyone blind.
I'm much obliged.
I wonder if he's going to let me in.
Don't mention it.
I need to get in and speak to him. Let's see what he does if I walk in. Right, so he's let us in. That's probably because I did a mission earlier and I helped him out. Is this the custodian? It's got to be on it. It's got to be.
Good day to you.
Good day, sir.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
Oh! This is the guy that he fancies Johanka and he's always following her around.
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
Infirmarius?
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Well, I'm not going to beat him on speech, as you can see at the bottom. Let's piss him off.
You're unbelievable.
I don't know what you mean.